It's the holiday season, and that means it is time for the TRB holiday live stream. Yes, that's right, folks. The annual tradition you've all been waiting for is here. Thank you all so much for being with us. I'm John. With me, as always, is Lacey, and we're gonna have a really, really fun episode tonight. Hopefully, if you are sitting in a theater watching Avatar tonight, which I heard is like 6 hours long. And then they're showing like the first half of Odyssey before that. So you're there all night. But hopefully, while you're sitting in the theater, you're watching TRB live on your phone the way James Cameron always intended. So thank you so much for being with us.
Muted so you don't disturb anybody, but so that we get the view.
Yeah. No, don't disturb people in the theaters. We're just kidding around. Lacey and I actually both hate that. But we are here for a wonderful show. We have a packed show because we're going to get into some news. We have Will of the Force. We're launching two giveaway contests. We have your Resistance transmissions about the Force Awakens coming up later. So an absolutely packed show. So before we get into it, just want to say thank you. From us here at TRB. It has been an incredible year for us, from Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo to a whirlwind trip to Skywalker Ranch and Lucasfilm right after Japan, essentially. Incredible guests, great podcast moments, great reunions, Andor, just the K2S show. I just want to say thank you to everybody. However you have been supporting TRB, whether that's as simple as
Galactic Goonies too, which was at the beginning of the year.
Galactic Goonies, which wrapped over, yes. But whether it's just pressing play on a podcast app, or you're a patron of TRB, or you bought a t-shirt, however you supported TRB this year, we can't thank you enough. So cheers to you. Applause to you all out there. Thank you for keeping the light on the base. And we are very excited for 2026. But this is our last episode of 2025. So let's make it a good one, Lacey. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. And I love Christmas. Everybody knows this. And if you're on the portrait version on Instagram, you won't be able to see it. So I'm sorry. So go to YouTube. But if you're on YouTube, you can see I put up my tree here. I did a bunch of ornaments. There's Mando and BB-8 and Kylo Ren. And then I have a Kylo Ren down here in a comfy sweater. Babu Frick's got his little Santa hat on. We got a Grogu stocking. And up at the top of the tree, my gold star is C-3PO. Just chilling out there.
That's really nice. You know what
I also put lights on my ad back here. You can't really see it, but they're right here.
I see that.
Yeah.
If I take this hat off, it's Thursday night. That's all.
I knew you weren't going to roll up with any type of festiveness outside of a hat. So that's why I texted you a photo of everything like 2 hours ago and was like, this is my setup.
Yeah. All our stuff is upstairs. Like our upstairs is very festive. But down here, not as much. But it is still very Star Wars festive, which is appropriate because we are a Star Wars podcast. So
we are.
That works out. All right. So we do have super chats available if you'd like your comment read on the show and light sped right to the front of the line. We are not doing Ask the Resistance tonight. Again, we have Resistance transmissions later. But Lacey, a quick warm up before we get into anything. And the giveaways we're probably going to, I say probably, I know exactly what we're doing. We're going to announce the giveaways right after the news segment, Resistance Report. So stay tuned for that. If you listened and you were like, I'm just going to try to get in on that giveaway and then get out. You can get out because you're going to have to wait a little bit, pal.
Can we tease what's up for grabs at least? So people might want to stick around.
Lacey, take it away.
So up for grabs, which this shows a lot on this image. Our giveaway is called the Resistance Holiday Haul. Part 1, because there's 2 parts. Part 1, you get to choose an item from our merch store, either currently up there or one that might have been retired at some point in the past 2 years. So if there's a certain design that you really wanted to grab that's not there anymore, we will let you get it. You also get a bag of our Resistance Brew coffee from Weird Brothers. And of course, the most probably important thing for many people on this image is a Wicket Lego figure that comes with a little minifig, which is really cute, but you also get the big version. Like in the photos of the post, they had it like on a table with a house plant, and I was like, wow, that's like really classy.
Right, but we should tell them assembly is required.
Yeah, we're not assembling it for you.
We're not building your Lego.
If you want to send us pictures of it done, like I'd appreciate that. And then part 2 is the same thing, basically just without the Wicket. So if you're here tuning in live, you get a chance to take home the Wicket. But don't worry if you're tuning in over the weekend or up Monday up till noon, basically. You can
Yep.
enter for the other stuff, which we'll find out later. But I just wanted to give you a
Yeah.
heads up. Stick around.
Absolutely. Now, Lacey, before we get into the main stories we're going to talk about, just a little warm up. We got to warm up the tires. It's our last episode. We got a little senioritis, that type of thing going on. But good news, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu coming in 5 months. But the good news about that is that The Mandalorian crossed the 1 billion hours streamed mark, and May the 4th was the most active day of the year for streaming on Disney Plus. So, good sign for Star Wars. And it was actually the first live action Disney Plus Star Wars show to reach 1 billion hours of watch. So good stuff for Jon Favreau. Good sign for The Mandalorian.
Wow.
And hopefully the people who did all that watching also go see the movie on the big screen. The only thing that's a little worrisome, and we're going to keep this episode very positive, is that apparently the Supergirl trailer, which just came out like a week ago, has already doubled the view count, the trailer view count of The Mandalorian and Grogu. So I don't know if that's just a great sign for Supergirl or what, but we're hyped up on The Mandalorian and Grogu, and we know there's been rumors about this trailer coming out. It's showing in front of Avatar. I just want to see them present that to us, and let's see what other shots we get coming out of that. But good stuff for The Mandalorian, crossing the billion mark. Pretty wild and awesome. And then, of course, Harrison Ford will receive the prestigious SAG-AFTRA Lifetime Achievement Award. It is the Acting Guild's highest honor for an actor, and no-brainer to me. He's the greatest of all time in my book. I joked today on Twitter that on TRB that we put in a petition to rename it the Harrison Ford Actors Guild. So we'll see what kind of legs that gets. But Lacey, any thoughts on those two quick stories?
I mean, The Mandalorian is not surprising because I think out of all the Star Wars stuff, that's been kind of a constant, that even though you're not into Star Wars, you might tune into that because of Grogu, Baby Yoda. I think a lot of people give it a try. It's been how many years since it's come out now? Like 6 years. It came out in 2019. So it crossed 1 billion in 6 years. Like, that's pretty good. I'm not saying it's not, but I mean, to comparison, I hate drawing this comparison because everyone's probably sick of hearing it. But I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters passed 500 million views or something like that, or 800 million views in like 3-4 months. So I'm not saying it's not an amazing leap. 1 billion is a lot. I would love 1 billion listens to our podcast. But I'm just saying, in the bigger scheme of things, where does it rank? And that might get into later some of our questions about Disney Plus. As for Harrison Ford, so deserved. This is a long time coming, and he deserves every award. And I'm surprised how many times he's been nominated and not gotten anything. Because I believe he's seen, especially, I could speak for America, but in the world, but definitely America, is like one of the best actors of all time. So
yeah,
it's not surprising. I'm super happy for him. And finally, he's getting some recognition. And the nice thing is he's getting recognized from his own peers, which always means a little bit more than random press people or critics or whatever.
Yeah, agreed. Or at the Academy,
Sure.
But yeah, amazing. So Han Solo himself getting the top honor, as he should. So good stuff there. But Lacey, let's get into some of these fun news stories in Resistance Report.
It's the Resistance.
All right. It wouldn't be 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020
if we weren't talking about Daisy Ridley. And that is the first story that we're talking about, which is Daisy Ridley gives another vague but promising reaction to her being a part of her upcoming movie, New Jedi Order. So we're going to get into that in a second. Let's see what people have said in the comments. Happy holidays. Christy has said Harrison Ford is a national treasure, and I totally agree. He absolutely deserves that. And I hope that, we see Daisy Ridley get some accolades eventually. So she was on live with Kelly, but it's also with her husband, Mark and Kelly. Sorry. My age was about to show, and I was about to say Regis and Kelly. It's not Regis and Kelly. It's Kelly and Mark. And she was talking about her upcoming film. I believe it's the zombie one. That's what she's on the press tour for, which comes out in January. That being said, she, of course, is getting asked about Star Wars, which is not surprising. We always see people asking her about that. It's like any other actor, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Mark Hamill is constantly giving quotes, if not the same quote over and over and over about Star Wars. So it's not surprising at all that she gave some input, but she did give a funny response only because of the way that she did say it. So we're going to get into that right now, and I'm going to play the clip from the show.
So is there talk
Yeah.
about, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And do you know anything?
Yeah.
What?
She can't tell you anything.
You can't tell us anything?
No. We are moving in a great direction.
You're moving in a great direction.
Yeah.
Like in the direction of filming something soon?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. But you'll be a part of it.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. First of all, Daisy is always a delight anytime she's on screen. But let's get into what she's doing here. She's being asked about Star Wars, and immediately her voice goes into this high pitch. And I know John does the joke about all the time with Daisy, where she's, I didn't know about that kind of thing that he's doing. But man, I can't help but think of like how I react with tough questions. And usually the tough questions have to do with like a high pitch. Like I immediately go into like a high pitched voice, like, yeah, sure, whatever you need. Yeah. And that's kind of how it's coming across with Daisy. Don't you think, John? It's just kind of like, it seems like she's hiding stuff a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's either she doesn't feel totally comfortable, because of the NDA or what's really going on or something like that. Or it's, she's hiding something, or there's nerves or something like that. Because then, like right before that clip, she had a pretty normal tone, and then as soon as that came in, she's like, "Yep." It's like
she even goes down back to normal during the clip. So like she's up, yeah, and then as soon as he's like, she can't say anything, I feel like she takes this breath of relief, and then she's like, yeah, it's moving. But I do want to play it one more time because there's something that I do want to point out that I know I'm a fidgeter. And if you watch the clip again, she definitely starts kicking her foot as she's being asked these questions in a way that to me says like, I'm trying to distract myself, remain calm, not a big deal. So I'm going to play it one more time.
So is there talk about, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And do you know anything?
Yeah.
What?
She can't tell you anything.
You can't tell us anything?
No. We are moving in a great direction.
You're moving in a great direction.
Yeah.
Like in the direction of filming something soon?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. But you'll be a part of it.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you see how her foot immediately was like dink, dink, dink?
I kind of feel like things are changing, like we speculated. I don't know that I'm not saying that has anything to do with Adam Driver. I'm not going there.
I think it does.
I don't want to get people's hopes up, so I'm not going to say that. But I do think it is evolving, and when she's saying moving in a great direction, that to me is her saying like, whatever I came out on stage for in 2023, it's way different now. That's what that says to me. So they're taking their time. We have a question coming up in Will of the Force that will address how long we think that time will be. But I just love Daisy Ridley. I think she is more confident than ever. She has said that many times. We're going to see a different Daisy Ridley this time around when she comes back or she's promoting what this next Star Wars movie is going to be. She has way more confidence. And I just love that she still has that playfulness to her, and there is still a little bit of that innocence there, and she's just a very likable person. So
I agree.
I hope I just feel bad that she's always giving these vague comments. I hope one day
she's like, I've seen something.
Yeah. So when the time comes where they can talk about it, I hope she's the one that gets to do it, because she's been having
Ewan,
to be like
they finally let him talk about it.
Yeah, we're going in a great direction. I'm feeling really great about it. Things are in motion. Things are moving. And like, she's probably like, I'm running out of these bland things to say. So, yeah.
I've seen something.
Yeah, when she said perhaps was interesting. So I don't know that they're going to be filming anytime soon, but nothing would make me happier than us getting blindsided by this coming way sooner than we thought. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But did you have any more thoughts on Daisy's comments? I know they were relatively brief.
Not really. I think it's pretty obvious that she's hiding some stuff. I'm a strong believer, and I've said this from the moment the Ben Solo stuff came out and things was being reworked and her stuff got changed and got pushed and they delayed and et cetera, et cetera. I think that they've changed the movie and that Adam is definitely involved. I would put money on that. I strongly stand by that. But I also agree with Star Wars Toy Stories. What up, man? Who says, yes, please take the time to get it right, but I can't wait. I can't wait either. And I also think that they should take the time to get it right. And if it means having elements of The Hunt for Ben Solo be reworked into the Rey movie, then yes, it's totally worth the time. It's easy as a Star Wars fan to kind of get impatient and feel a little bit like, oh, I want something to be excited about. I want to have that TFA feeling again, as we're going into later in this episode of like how we all felt after that movie. We all want to have that high again as fans.
Oh,
so we crave it and we want it. We've been spoiled in the sense of having so many Star Wars things come out, including in the next year, and then after that, Starfighter. That I miss that feeling. So I long to be in this like leading up to something, and I know we're getting there with Mando, but it's still not close enough to feel it, and I don't feel like they're not doing enough marketing for me to feel it. But Daisy is like, Rey is my girl. I want more Rey. I've strongly said that they should do more Rey for years and years and years and years now, to the point that when they announced it, I was like screaming and crying and everything else at Celebration London. That was such a pure reaction because I wanted it so badly. So I'm excited. She's excited. I'm excited she's still interested. I don't think she's ever going to move away from that role because it defined kind of her and her career. But yeah, it's nice to know that things are moving. And I think that if they're moving in the right direction and it's worth a long-term good story, then I'll wait for it.
Yeah, I am completely with you on that. I completely agree. I think like there have been a lot of people saying like, oh, that's going to be canceled too or whatever. And you and I have kept saying it, like, you're not doing that to Daisy Ridley. You need to zoom out.
Jedi Skywalker. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, if you're a grown adult and you're like making comments like that, you have to zoom out and realize that there are a lot of younger people who really love this character and really love Daisy Ridley, and you're dead wrong. But we do have definitive news about a different Star Wars movie, and that is that Star Wars Starfighter has wrapped filming. Sean Levy takes to his Instagram with a photo announcing that principal photography for Starfighter has finished. And then we have the photo there. Yeah, he also posted it on X. So he said, that's a wrap. Headed into Starfighter post-production and it's him sprinting down a very smooth corridor that looks like it's a tram or train or...
But he's running on it in a
monorail.
way that, like, I'm like, how did you do that? But it's because he's clearly like started further back, so he's able to kind of be on the incline. It's very cool. It's a cool photo.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun ride. But the fact that it's wrapped is amazing. So now we have 2 Star Wars movies that have completed filming and are in post-production. One's coming out in May, the other one the following May. And that is amazing because Star Wars belongs on the big screen and they are getting things done. So great job for Sean Levy. Looks like we can add another Star Wars movie to the list of projects that didn't have production chaos. And that's always a good thing. So Mando.
It is very Andor,
Starfighter.
right? With the cement, very like, what is it? Brutalist is the architecture type.
Yeah, that's I don't know where that monorail is or where he's running, but hopefully he didn't injure himself. I feel like I would twist an ankle trying to go up on that wall, and Sean Levy's like 57 years old, so good for him. Sean Levy, come on the pod. I took my shot on Twitter.
Anytime.
Yeah. Come hang out. We're a good time. You can enter our giveaways. It's great, man. But there's more to it because now Matt Smith went on the morning show called This Morning, and he talked about his look for the movie because the host asked him about it, and he's like, "Well, this little
I
haircut."
mean, I
He's
think
like,
yeah. I think they obviously were like, "We gotta bring this up because you look ridiculous."
"Yeah." So for our video watchers, let's pull up the image of him. There he is. Okay, so it's a very Gladiator, Russell Crowe, almost like Caesar type of look. Maybe blended in with a little Dawson's Creek, Pacey.
I
But
think it's
to
worse than
me,
that because it's so long in the front.
it is, and on the sides, it's also very like awkwardly blended in. So it almost looks like he's out of like a Mad Max movie or something like
Cutting
that.
his
But
own hair.
yeah, but he had some quotes on it, Lacey. Do you want to read them or do you want me to read them?
No, you can go for it. Go for it.
All right, so he didn't say too much, but I think he did say more than Daisy Ridley's allowed to say right now, especially considering his movie finished filming. But he said, quote, "I finished Starfighter yesterday," which was at the time, I believe, December 11th. And he said, "and I had to cut my hair for it. Star Wars, yeah, I finished that yesterday, and that's why I have this daft haircut with this funny little front bit." And then they asked him like, "Oh, so is Ryan Gosling in it?" And he said, "Ryan's in it, who's just fabulous. I think it's really exciting. It's directed by Sean Levy." He said Levy. He didn't say Levy. He said Sean Levy, who did Stranger Things. He's fantastic. Yeah, I think it's got legs. And that last little line there, Lacey, I almost called you Daisy. It's so funny. You have a daughter, Daisy. I have a daughter, Daisy, and we're talking about Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But he that last little line there where he said, "I think it's got legs." I love that little assertion of confidence because everything else he said, you're like, of course he's gonna say Ryan Gosling's great. Of course he's gonna say Sean Levy's fantastic. And of course he's gonna, talk about how he finished filming. But at the end there, him saying, "Yeah, I think this one's got legs." I kind of like that. That little swagger, that little confidence. Like, let's go Star Wars. That got me kind of pumped up. What'd you think of Matt Smith's comments?
Well, this haircut is not great. I'm not gonna lie. Not his best look, which is understandable. Sometimes you have to commit to the bit and commit to your role, and hair grows back, which is fine. It doesn't. I know people immediately jumped in the comments and were saying, "Oh, it looks like a military haircut," and I've seen that online too. I don't know if this does look military to me. It looks a little. Maybe it's not styled properly to be a military, but to me, it doesn't look like one. I know he was rumored to be a military role in the film. I guess we'll see. I think he's not. I think he's just something else. Not sure.
There's also the possibility that his hair doesn't. It's that it's that cut, but maybe it's spiked up in the movie. Like maybe it's
Right.
parted in the middle, like alfalfa. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't roll up to he didn't like finish filming and then like Sean Levy like jog through a monorail tunnel to get to the morning TV show and like so his hair might look different, but that's the cut of it anyway. So there's
Yeah.
not too much they can do on that. I assume because he talked about having to cut his hair for the movie, that's his hair in the movie. He's not wearing a wig or anything.
I'm just surprised
So-
they didn't style it or anything like for the interview. Like they didn't even try to like kind of do something. I don't know.
Maybe they're
Anyway.
trying to cover up what he's going to look like in the movie.
Maybe that's why. So his quotes, I mean, pretty straightforward. He just finished it, had to cut his hair. It's fabulous. Like, I don't see him saying anything like it was the worst experience I've ever had in my life, like would never do it again. I'm surprised they didn't ask him, like, "Hey, isn't this the second time you've been in a Star Wars?" Like, that would have been my first question. Like,
Those
let's get
people
some
don't know that
let's
though.
let's get some meat off the bone here because you're just
Yeah.
getting basic information about the film that everybody already knows, by the way. Like, you have to remember, Sean came out on stage with Ryan in Japan. Like, this has already been said. So, when I think about Star Wars anyway, I'm always like, okay, what other details can I get from Star Wars? Even if it's not on this, like, can they give me something else?
Yeah.
Which I know he's talked to Josh Horowitz about it, about his role in The Rise of Skywalker, which was and then wasn't. But I think that would have been cool. Like, hey, how did these experiences differ? Or like, how do you feel about this one compared to that one, etc.? How does it feel to actually be in the project and not cut? But yeah, I mean, everybody likes Sean Levy. I think that's clear from anything I hear about Stranger Things, anything I hear about any other film he's been on. Yeah, I'm very excited for this movie, and the fact that Sean is posting photos about it, and then Matt Smith is, talking about it on a talk show when they're not even in the press part of the movie, tells me that they do feel pretty confident about it, which is great.
Yeah, I
And
mean, that's a
I need
tight-
that. I want
Yeah.
that as a Star Wars fan. Give me something to be excited for. And I know someone was asking in the comments, I apologize, whoever it was, that was asking when Starfighter comes out. It comes out in 2027 in the fall, I believe, right? In like
No, May.
November? Oh, it comes out in May? Did it take
Yeah.
Daisy's slot?
Daisy had no more slot. So
Oh, I thought she had a slot in May in
well,
2020.
Star Wars had a slot. They didn't
Okay, so
align it with
2027
anything.
in May. Yes. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I still wish it was coming out Christmas time, not gonna lie, but I will take any release of a Star Wars film. Yeah.
It's crazy though, Lacey, that they started filming at the tail end of August and they've just wrapped. So they filmed this entire movie in 3.5 months.
I think Sean means business. He's like, look, I got other stuff to do. We gotta get in, get
But
out.
That has to be the shortest production schedule for a Star Wars movie ever.
What about Mandalorian? Was Mandalorian short?
I think Mando probably shot longer, if I had to guess. I mean, we could find the dates.
I think
but-
even Ahsoka shot longer. Like
But
the
that's
series.
TV. That's more minutes and more
that's true.
film. And
That's true. I mean, it might be
wow.
a tight story that's only in a couple locations, so they're able to just kind of get it done. Or maybe Ryan Gosling had scheduling and was like, "Look, I got to wrap this up in 3 months. Like, we got to move. I got to."
Or
be
maybe
done.
it's a very streamlined linear movie and they didn't have to bop around in too many locations and they just crushed it. Like
Yeah. Ugh, I can't wait for. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more excited for this film than Mando. I really, really am. I love Mando, and I'm hyped for it, and I am gonna be so hyped leading up to it. I have Mando all over this. Grogu's here, so before anybody clips this out and tries to be like, "Oh, it's just like," no, not true. But
no one's clipping this out.
I'm just saying, before people do anything, I love The Mandalorian, near and dear. It is such a wonderful project, but for me, the idea that this is not connected to anything and it's completely new and it's like the same thing that I said about Mandalorian when it came out, level playing field with knowledge and like, inner workings of books and comics and all these other things. It's like I just get to go in as a Star Wars fan and appreciate it for what it is, but leave with new characters to love. Like, let's add more people. Let's show how big this galaxy can be. And that's why I liked Skeleton Crew so much, because it was so different.
Yeah. You know what's really cool about this though? Sean Levy has 1.5 years of post-production time for this. Like he could it's not one of those situations where it's like down to the wire and
Yeah.
like he can schedule reshoots and do those if he feels like they missed on something, because he in a lot of interviews, and we talked about them recently, he is a very sort of like, oh, let's go with the flow here. This didn't work. Let's try this. And like he has so much real estate on his calendar to work with now. This movie is in great shape. I think both of these Star Wars movies, it's such a good sign because we all deal with it. We're all Star Wars fans if you're listening to this, obviously. And we have coworkers and family members who maybe have checked out on Star Wars, who like dog on Star Wars now. I heard that movie got canceled. I heard this movie didn't go well. They fired this person. Now we have back-to-back Star Wars movie productions that seemingly have gone off without a hitch. And you can thank Jon Favreau and Sean Levy, pros, for crushing that. And we're tipping the scales back where it's like maybe Star Wars is finally losing that stigma of, man, their movie productions are a disaster. And maybe these two movies will lead to some directors who initially put their hat in the ring in 2012. Like Sean Levy said, he's like, I was one of like 50 directors who wanted to do Star Wars. And now we have heard over the last few years, people are like, nah, I'm not doing Star Wars. I don't want to do Star Wars. Maybe this turns the tide. Maybe the value of these two movies is not just, hey, two awesome Star Wars movies. Maybe it's, hey, you do want to make Star Wars. Come make Star Wars again. So I think I'm feeling really good. I love Star Wars movies more than anything. So I think this is all just really good stuff. And what a cast when you think about it. Like when we stop worrying about like the hustle bustle of them making this stuff. I mean, Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, Matt Smith, Amy Adams. Like this movie, and apparently this young kid they got, like they're really fired up about him. So I think we're in a really, really good spot for the next couple of years of Star Wars movies, on top of whatever Daisy's cooking. What is cooking? What's she doing? Pops.
Perhaps. I do want to mention this. Home in the comments is saying they absolutely will do reshoots. I believe they just did reshoots. Didn't they just
No.
reshoot? Oh, they haven't yet. He's just saying they
No.
rewrote the ending before shooting. That was the clarification that he made recently.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, there probably will be reshoots, but that's normal. That is
every
normal
movie
thing
has
that
reshoots.
every
Yeah.
reshoots, re-records, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, going off what you said, John, it just seems like these projects, this and Mandalorian and Ahsoka, I would include Ahsoka in it too, seem like they've really gone off without a hitch. Like they've just plowed through the production and they're ready to go, which just it makes me happy because I feel like it was a little dicey on some of these things that you're like, no, it's fine. They'll figure it out. It's all good.
Look,
It's fine.
You are not going to find too many more people who will bang the drum for Jon Favreau like I do. Let's not forget that dude made the first Star Wars television live action show. It was a massive hit, as we just
Huge
talked about
hit.
at the top.
Huge
He
hit.
filmed another season during the global pandemic, knocked that out of the park. Like we gotta sit back once in a while and be like, man, thank the maker for Jon Favreau launching all of this, and now we add the movies to the list too. So I think you get these seasoned directors in who know what they're doing. Good things happen. So
I do want to bring up one more comment from Instagram. Hi to everybody who's watching on Instagram from Jet_Juice_Jockey. Nice, triple J's. Asks, didn't that seem super fast?
Yeah.
This production. What do you think, John? Did it seem
I was just
super
talking
fast?
about it. It has to be the shortest Star Wars movie film production ever. I would imagine most of them were at least 6 months, probably longer. The prequels I know were very long. We know the original Star Wars movie was relatively long. So I mean, someone check me in the chat if needed. But 3.5 months for a Star Wars movie, whoo! We're talking light speed right there.
Hyper.
It doesn't concern me if he's running down this hallway saying we're done with principal photography. It's not like there was any sort of deadline. He's done. He had this thing mapped out. He seemed to have a plan in place, and he executed that. So this is all great news.
I feel like his photo too of him running in this hallway is even acknowledging how quickly this production went. Like he's acknowledging it and saying, we're sprinting. We're still sprinting into post-production. I'm running as fast as I can to get this movie done. I think that's pretty clear that like he's also saying this.
I think Star Wars Starfighter is going to be the faster and more intense Star Wars movie that we've all been hoping for, that George Lucas was always trying to make.
He sits in the audience, George. He's like, this is exactly what I wanted.
He's like, I have no notes.
10 out of 10. It's perfectly fast.
He's like, that's perfect speed, correct intensity.
The quote in the pull trailer is very intense, very fast. George Lucas.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Now I know we have a super chat, and then it's time to announce those giveaway contests and how to enter.
We do. So at Spoonie1, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate it. It says, Merry Christmas, you filthy banthas. Appreciate my TRB fam. You guys are the best. Now brush your teeth. Now he's referring to the fact that in the show, they brush the bantha's teeth. I just want to make that clear. I have very good dental hygiene.
What was that? Was that Mando or Boba Fett? When did they brush the teeth of the bantha?
I think it was Boba Fett, but when we met with Hasbro, remember I was like, does it come with a toothbrush? And they were like, yes, it does. Their little figure. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It really,
thank you very much.
You supporting us means a lot.
That's amazing.
All right. So we want to get into the giveaways, right?
Yes. So Lacey will pull up, if you don't mind, the image of the live giveaway that we're doing right now. So get your fingers ready, crack your knuckles, whatever you have to do, do some mindfulness breathing to calm down, because we got the Resistance Holiday Haul coming at you, and you get to pick any TRBpodcast.com merch item. Plus, you're getting a bag of our own coffee brand, the Resistance Brew from Weird Brothers, who are amazing. Go to weirdbrothers.com, check them out. And then the big item, the Wicket Lego set. So now people are like, how do I win this thing? This is how we're going to do it. We're going to ask you a question, a trivia question, and the first person to put it in the chat and it be correct is our winner. It's
I'm
as simple
sweating
as
and
that.
I'm not even in this contest. I'm like, I feel nervous. My
I'm
chest
terrified. Yeah. But yeah, so what we'll do there is we'll get the winner and then we'll figure out how to connect with you thereafter, whether it's, you email us at resistancebroadcast@gmail.com or what have you. We'll figure that out. But let's get to it now. Here's the question.
Hold on, one more
winner.
time. What's up for grabs? One more time.
Okay, up for grabs. You got the Wicket Ewok Lego set. You get the TRB coffee, and you get to select any item from our merch store, trbpodcast.com, which you can also go to purchase things as well. So if you lose and you want to pick something up, that's cool too. We appreciate that. But it's a big haul. That's why it's called a haul. So here we go. Are we ready, Lacey?
I'm ready. I'm sweating. My hands are sweating.
Okay.
I'm not even in this
Hope everyone is
contest.
ready for this. Now, here's the question. Remember, if you know the answer, you're going to put it in the chat. First one to get it wins. We all know that Warwick Davis played the lovable Wicket. But can you name the other legendary actor who was in every original trilogy movie that also played an Ewok in Return of the Jedi?
Oh, I don't want to copyright stricken.
Oh my God. I can't believe it.
That is a
Someone
tough
knows
one.
it. Come on. Someone knows
That
it.
is a tough. Oh,
Oh, we have a winner. We have a winner. At Heimer82J. Wow. What lightning fingers, dude. Yeah. Fellow backwards hat wearing. That's what I'm talking about. All right,
Awesome,
Heimer.
man.
Great job. You won. We thank you to everybody who tried to enter. Great job that everybody knew that. That just shows how nerdy we are about Star Wars. But yeah, Heimer, email us at resistancebroadcast@gmail.com. Prove that you're you by I don't know, showing a backwards hat or something. I don't know, but just shoot us an email and we'll get in touch with you to get all that stuff out to you. And then you could obviously let us know which item from the TRB podcast store you would like to select. So in your email, include what item you would like, what size if it's in apparel, and we'll get that going. Because it was so funny when we had sent some things to some of our guests recently, and we had forgotten to ask them their size. So then I had to send a follow-up email like, what size shirt are you?
yeah.
So yeah, send us an email. Congratulations. Let us know which item from the store you want. And if it is a shirt or something, let us know what size. And we'll hook it up. So great job. Congratulations. But, Lacey, as they say, there's more.
There is more.
We have the weekend extended giveaway. So people who are listening to their audio podcast apps are like, all right, okay, I got a shot at this thing. Kyle Baker's probably like, I'm sitting there watching Avatar for 7 hours. I don't get a chance to win anything. But here we go. We have another giveaway. And Lacey, what is this now? What are we giving away on this one?
So this one's a little different in the sense of it doesn't have the Wicket. I'm so sorry. But it does have any item you want from our merch store. It has any mug you want from our merch store. So we've made mugs for all our releases for the K2S show, Galactic Goonies, all those things. If you want a specific mug, we'll give that to you. And then you also get a bag of our coffee to go with that mug. So this is more of like a gear up with TRB, wake up with TRB pack for the Resistance holiday haul. And you know what? Just because I'm feeling nice, it's the holiday season. I'll throw in a hat too. If for the people.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'll throw in a hat because I threw it on here and I feel bad that I threw a hat on there. So a hat, other type of merch. It could be a hat if you want 2 hats, up to you. A mug and some coffee.
Right on. All right.
Yeah.
So for this one, you are going to email us your answer starting at 12 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, or if you're listening to this, Friday the 19th, at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Eastern whatever, daylight savings, whatever you call it. Eastern Time,
Yeah.
US. No more questions. You know exactly what time it is. 12 noon, Friday, the 19th. You're going to email us, and you have from then until noon on Monday to email us. So you don't have to rush or anything like that. We are going to choose the winner at random. We're going to take all the correct answers, put them in a bowl, pick them out of a hat, and have a winner for that. Heimer, maybe it's enough. Maybe you don't need to enter this one. But no, go for it. We'll see what happens.
Imagine he wins both. Cheers to you, Heimer.
Yeah, he's like that guy who just wins everything. Like, those people who just like win everything? That's Heimer, I think.
I did a raffle recently, and the people that won the raffle were people that worked for the event. Every single prize. I was like, this seems not right.
Hey, is that our buddy Ray? There he is. What's up, man?
Hey, Ray. Yeah, I read his stuff earlier.
Yeah, but I like that too. Make Solo 2 happen. Yeah, buddy. All right.
Love it.
Here we go. I'm going to ask you a trivia question. Again, you don't have to, don't even put it in the chat. If you put it in the chat, it's worthless unless you want to flex your knowledge or give somebody a tip off. But 12 noon tomorrow through 12 noon Monday, you can enter, okay? You're going to email us, resistancebroadcast@gmail.com with your answer. And here is the question. What is the name of the Star Wars character that gave Han his last name in Solo? Some people are going to be like, what? This is Schmodown territory.
I did that.
Yeah. So email us, again, resistancebroadcast@gmail.com, starting noon tomorrow. If you email us tonight, you're not winning. So please don't start until noon tomorrow, and you can email us until Monday, just in case. Lacey brought up a good point. In case someone needs to take the weekend to listen or something like that, we want to give everybody an opportunity to
I'm
win.
a busy parent, and it takes me 2 business days to get back to people, which is sorry if you're waiting to hear back from me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking for the name of the character, not the actor. It's the name of the character, and I'm sure Pablo Hidalgo came up with it and put it in a book, but we know what it is, and hopefully you do too. So good luck to everybody. And thanks again. This is for fun. Obviously, we can only get one winner for each. But you know us. We always have new contests coming, new giveaways and stuff like that. So keep playing, and hopefully everyone had fun doing a little trivia here. Also, a quick reminder before we get into a little reflection on 2025. And then, of course, your Resistance transmissions. Right after this.
The Force.
We're Will of the Force. We have a lot to do. All right, so real quick. Yeah, we have like 5 segments tonight. Real quick, though. Right after TRB Live, probably fill my water, and Lacey will probably grab a drink or something like that. We are going over to Patreon. So if you're a TRB patron, patreon.com/TRB podcast, we're doing our Zoom party. You, us on screen together, happy hour. A nice hour of fun with TRB to celebrate the holidays, talk Star Wars, talk whatever, and just have a good time. So if you are a patron, head over there right after TRB Live. If you're not a patron, you've been thinking about it, sign up. Come join the party. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lacey, we do have Will of the Force.
We do.
I can't believe I almost skipped over it, but here we go.
I fear nothing, for all this, as the Force wills it.
Here we are with Will of the Force, the last one of the year. You guys love this segment, and I understand why, because I think it brings up a lot of good discussion about Star Wars, where it's going, where it's been, and just kind of lets us kind of think about things differently, I think. Oftentimes, a lot of these questions, I'm like, oh, I never thought about it like that. Nailed it. That being said, John did the whole Patreon spiel, but this is also a way that you can get involved with the show, as we take questions from patrons every week for Will of the Force, or every other week, should I say, because sometimes we switch it up. But on top of just like Patreon meetups and being a part of the show with the questions, you get to also do Discord access, special merch opportunities. I know my hand hurts from writing out Christmas cards to our patrons. So you get stickers and stuff in the mail. We do, special giveaways just for them, which we'll also have one tonight at the holiday giveaway, holiday party. So that being said, we hope you'll support us, because outside of just liking this video, commenting, subscribing, sharing the episode, telling someone about it, etc., leaving a review, this really helps us out. Like John said, we did a lot of stuff this year, and it's because of you guys, and we couldn't be living our dream of being podcasters if you weren't here with us, which is awesome. Also, you just make my life much better. I'll just say that.
Lacey, in the spirit of that, can we toss Christy's super chat she just sent on screen, please? Because
Oh, of
I'm getting
course.
a little verklempt.
Oh. Okay, Christy, you gonna make me cry here on the stream? Okay, Christy, thank you so much. Said, happy holidays to you both. I'm incredibly thankful for Star Wars, this amazing community, and for the support you both get from your families. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Thanks, Christy.
our families, it's wild. You know, going on this April, it will be 9 years that I've been doing this podcast, which is insane. And, you know,
8.
this will be 9.
Oh, you'll start
Right?
your 9th year? Is that what
Yeah,
you
I
said?
start the 9th.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like it's been 9 going into the 9th year. So close to a decade. That was the point of my comment. Close to a decade of doing this. I have been through a lot of milestones in my life with my 2 children. We went through COVID on this podcast, which both of us, you know, lost our jobs at the time and all this other stuff. It's just been a wild, wild time. And you guys have helped us through all of those ups and downs. You've cheered with us, you've supported us, but then you've also been the people to kind of catch us when we are having some downtime, which is, you know, happens every once in a while. Everybody does. But we're also here for you. So it goes both ways. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Christy, very much. And you're just as big a part of the community, too. It was great meeting you and hanging out in Japan. And you're such a
You
great
told us
part of our
about your
community, so-
engagement. We
I
got
know.
to meet your
We all
future
kept
partner.
our lips zipped.
I was stressing.
Absolutely.
I was
Yeah.
stressing. But it's been awesome to get to know people like you. And she also, thank you for the super chat, replied with allowing you to share your creativity and hang out with us each week. Your passion and dedication make this space so special.
Stop, Christy.
Too much.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. This podcast has changed my life in so many ways, but like creatively, it's pushed me to be better at video production, better at marketing, better at graphic design, you know, be a better person, kind of. You know what I mean? Like just trust in my own thoughts and judgments and just take chances. I think, you know, oftentimes I'm like, you know, let's just try it, which I wouldn't have done years ago. This podcast is kind of like, hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you're just kind of like always evolving with what you're doing. But the most important part is it connects us with people and people with each other. Like you guys have all made friends with each other in the community and listening to this podcast, seeing you in person. This coming year, we're going to Rebel ScumCon in Texas, which we're really excited about. So getting to hang out with you guys and just talking about your experiences and why you love Star Wars, to me, is what's the most important part of this community.
Yeah. I wasn't even married when I started on TRB, and now I'm married with 2 kids, and it's just like, it's crazy what's happened. So, and without people's support, we couldn't do it. Amazing.
Absolutely. We do have a super chat from a lawyer named Sue. Hey, Sue. Sue, I was just thinking of you the other day and how fabulous you looked in Japan in that dress. And I was like, could I ever pull something like that off? And I don't think I could, but you did.
I wish I had Sue's energy.
You didn't write a message, and I'm so sorry. Oh, here she is. Hi, Sue. This podcast has changed so many lives. I've met some of my closest friends here, and that's thanks to you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Guys,
Thank you, Sue.
I had some alcohol, so let's let's tone it down because I'm going to start crying. Oh my gosh. But thank you so much. That means so much to us. And I wear your sweatshirt all the time that you gave us in Japan. Like it is a staple in my
I wear
work.
my t-shirt. Yes.
Darth Snips, thank you so much for the super chats. What up, girl? She says, so thankful for this community and you both, John and Lacey, TRB. I heart TRB. This podcast has changed all of our lives. Oh, you're so
crazy.
Sweet. I hope
my
you're
God.
safe, by the way. Snips is in the area that's like having that intense flooding. And
wow.
I saw a video about it the other day, Snips, and I meant to send you a message to see if you're doing okay, which I'm assuming you are because you're talking to us. But please be safe. I hope you and your family are safe. We're thinking about you. But you're so kind. And one day in my life, Snips, we will meet up, and I really want to try one of your cupcakes. Like I'm on a mission. It's like a thing I have to do. It's on my bucket list, Snips.
All right. Very
Is-
cool.
there's-
Thank you very
there's
much.
so
Nips.
wonderful. She's gonna like carry it. You know those videos where the person carries something like over all these like different clips on a reel? It's gonna be Snips holding a cupcake, just being like getting on a plane.
What the-
I'm just kidding, but I'm not. Anyway.
All right.
That being said, oh, she said she's making me all the baked goods. What? I'm so excited. John's giving me nothing. All right. So back into Will of the Force. Commander Danny at Semper Fi Danny. What up, Danny? And Mark, of course. What's going on, Danny? She asks, will Disney sell its streaming platform to another streaming company to stay competitive? And would that benefit or hurt Star Wars? Parenthesis. Example, say Apple bought it. That is a good example, Danny, because that has been the rumor for a couple years now that Apple's been kind of like, hey, can we get that? John, what do you think?
I don't think there's any chance. I think Disney Plus is sort of stabilized. Also with the like combo now with Hulu, like they bought all of Hulu now. Like it seems to be like they're going in the opposite direction of selling. So there may come a day where they license out some of their programs to other streaming platforms or networks or something. But I don't think so at all. I think Disney Plus isn't. I don't think it's going anywhere. What about you?
You know what? I don't think it will right now, but that doesn't mean it won't in the future. But for right now, currently today in 2025, I don't think it plans to sell the streaming service because they just did that $1 billion investment into OpenAI. They're already running AI programs like Disney GPT at their in their company for people to work internally, like ask questions and get wall quotes and stuff like that. But the big thing with the AI is that they said that they're going to allow people to use their characters in Sora to then make content that then is going to go on Disney Plus. And Bob Iger has been pushing this a lot, both internally but also on quarterly earning calls. He's talked about these things. So if they just invested $1 billion into using this to create content to go on Disney Plus, so that you can scroll and watch creative content from users, I don't think they're going to get rid of it. I also think, I know for me, when you're looking at your list of streaming services to have, whether I like all the programming on Disney or not, I still get it because of Star Wars, first of all. But second of all, because I'm a parent and I have children and Disney has like everything on there for kids. Whether it's Bluey, which was their #1 streaming series on the platform by a long shot, or, they have all the Marvel stuff, they have the Disney movies, of course, and it's just such an easy, convenient thing that when you're on the go, you're like, ugh, whatever it is, I'll
Yeah.
pay it because my kids love Disney stuff. My son is obsessed with Mickey Mouse, like carries that thing around 24/7 all the time, is in love with Mickey Mouse. It has to sit next to him while he eats. Like he loves Mickey Mouse. So I'm sure that Bob would love to hear that as the next generation of children that are growing up. And that's because of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. Well
Next,
put.
thanks. Next is, will Daisy Ridley appear in a Star Wars movie before 2030? John?
Yo, what up, guys? How you doing? Happy holidays. That's a tough one. And I know I wrote the question, but I'm going to say yes. I was actually, up until this moment, I was going to say no. I think 2030 is going to be the year. But I just feel like even if, like, they would probably have a year of post-production and say it came out in May of 2030, that would mean it would finish filming of May of 2029. That means it's filming in 2028. I don't think Daisy Ridley is like not filming a Star Wars movie for the next like 2.5 years. So I think maybe it'll be like 2028, 2029. I think we'll get Rey back before 2030. And it might not even be like her primary movie, because we keep hearing she's going to be popping in different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say Daisy Ridley will appear in a Star Wars movie before 2030.
I think she's in Starfighter, so I'm going to say yes.
What?
I think Daisy Ridley rolls up in Starfighter. I think she does.
Bananas.
It's
That is
bananas, but
bananas.
that doesn't mean that she won't show up as a cameo in that movie.
What makes you
It's
think
already
that?
been rumored that she would.
By who?
A bunch of people like a year ago before they did the whole announcement at Celebration. It's been just like rumbling around on the internet that like she would appear in Starfighter because it's after the Rise of Skywalker. So I think she'll appear. It could even be the simplest thing as like, hey, she's a hologram talking to the public about like, hey, we've defeated the evil and now blah 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 blah. Like it doesn't have to be a full role. You're asking, will she appear in a Star Wars movie? I think she will. I think she'll appear in Starfighter.
I think that is absolutely bananas, but I respect
Everybody
it.
bookmark this episode. And if it
Please do.
happens, go
Yeah.
back and either say, Lacey, you're a moron, or Lacey, you're a genius.
So you're saying a definite yes anyway. Now,
What? What do you mean?
Your answer to this question is a definite yes. Obviously,
It's a
then.
definite yes, because I think she's going to
Okay.
be in Starfighter. But as for the Rey movie itself, I think it's going to come out in probably 2028.
Do you know why she's not in Starfighter?
You can give any thought you want. Go for it.
Okay. Well, she's been out promoting stuff for the last few months. She wasn't like
You don't think she can
Filming
bop
somewhere.
over to London and record something in a day?
2. Sean Levy's been pressing so hard on his Levy that this is all new characters.
I wonder how often he gets that he's like, enough.
Enough with the Levy.
Enough.
I get it, Lever Levy. I get it. But he's been pressing so hard on the fact that this is all new characters, all new story, all new whatever. And if he does that and then freaking Rey Skywalker rolls in at the end of his movie, he's gonna get a lot of crap. So I
don't think he will.
I'm putting, how about this, Lacey? I am putting the percentage of Daisy Ridley as Rey showing up in Starfighter at 0%. 0. So you're saying, so Lacey's holding up, she's doing the one finger with the 2 zeros. Lacey's saying, not on record because she's doing it just on the video without audio, that 100% chance she's showing up. So I'm saying,
Oh, sorry. I
0%
should say audio
chance.
too. I was playing into the bit. I'm sorry, audio people. 100%. Yes, I've already said book it. I said book it earlier. Michelle makes a good point here. 100% agree, Lacey. I think her appearance has something to do with the reworked ending.
Michelle, what are we doing? Oh.
It does, Frank. Frank says, I didn't realize Starfighter takes place during the sequel trilogy era. It does, and that's why we think Poe Dameron's
No, it
also
takes
in that
place
movie.
After.
He said in the era.
The era's over.
He's saying the chunk of Star Wars that it happens is after.
I understand. That doesn't mean
I think
anything.
Poe's in the movie too. You can't have a Starfighter
Well, we've
without
talked
Poe.
about that.
Yeah.
That would make a little more sense. But yeah, it's a 0% chance. 0%.
Kendall's smarter. He's going with a 50-50.
What Scott's talking about? End credits now? Star Wars? They're not doing end credit scenes in Star Wars movies, Scott. Scott, what are you doing to me?
Rey will return in Avengers Doomsday.
This is gonna be something we have to keep bringing up because, like, who are the archivists? Like Kyle Baker and Danny, like, to remind us of what we say. But like
Kyle Baker's
saying,
on episode 304 at about 19 minutes. Lacey said this, and I'll be like, oh.
Danny's pretty good at that too. It's funny because I'm saying 0% and you're saying 100%. So we are on opposite ends of the aisle here.
I mean, if I'm just playing into it. If I'm being serious, it's probably like an 85%.
Oh,
if I'm being more,
you know what they call that, folks? You know what they call that? They call that reeling it back, folks.
No, I was playing into it because you said 0. I had to go on the opposite spectrum. If I'm being realistic, it's probably 85, but I still strongly believe she's in it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Do we want to get into some super chats before we get into the year in review, or do you want to save those for the year in review?
Well, let's do the super chats, and then why don't we each just pick our favorite moment of the year, maybe, since we're up on time.
Okay, no problem. So first up is David Ford 1564. Thank you so much for the super chat. Said Mary Sithmas. # save Ben Solo. # make Solo 2 happen. Go Saints. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you, David.
And next is our winner himself at Heimer82J. What up, man? He said, it's been a really tough year. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I look forward to on a weekly basis. This show has been important. Much love, TRB. I stuttered there because this means a lot that you said that. And I just was like taking it in. Thank you so much.
Heimer,
That
dude.
means a lot to us.
Yeah,
and
man.
Congratulations on your big win. Now you have something to look forward to. You have to build that Ewok.
Yeah,
I guess that's kind of a job. I think we just gave you a task, but hey, it's a fun one.
Yeah, don't feel pressure to like build it. I have Lego stuff I haven't built yet that I'm waiting for my son to be old enough to like tackle because I'm not doing it. Don't feel pressure. But if you do build it, Heimer, show us a photo because that thing looks like a beast. Like that's gonna be like
cute.
A big old wicket. So thank you very much. Dude, hang in there, man. And we're always here. The community's always here. Even if you don't need to talk Star Wars. So thank you for the super chat, but be good, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, Lacey.
Are you ready?
I know, we've kind of eaten up a lot of time. We got the party to get to in about 15 or 20 or so. So I know we have like a lot to look back on for the year, and we can maybe
we'll save this. Why don't we save our favorite moments and bring this back up in January and go right into Resistance Transmissions?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, we're going to come back to our favorite moments of the year in January, which I think you guys would appreciate because we could fill up an entire show with the craziness of this past year, which included a lot of moments with you guys. So I want to give that the time it deserves. So we're going to get right into Resistance Transmissions. This is the one and only time that I've seen what the situation is. Because I knew it was Force Awakens, so I wanted all the answers. So I retweeted it. So this is the one time that I've gone off book a little bit. I usually don't know what it is.
You've never peeked at them before, ever.
I've never. But this was the one time I did. So the situation is happy 10th anniversary to The Force Awakens. Yay! Yay! Woo! My favorite sequel trilogy movie. Yay! Which I'm still surprised they don't have it in the theater. WTF. Do you have a fond memory or personal experience or story from this incredible time in Star Wars history? John, before I start reading people's, do you have a memory that you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I remember how excited I was when I first heard that Disney bought it in the first place, but then the whole build-up, that whole year, the whole excitement, the hype. I think one of my favorite moments, besides obviously sitting in the theater and experiencing it, was seeing that very first teaser on Black Friday in 2014, sitting on my bed in my condo, just watching it on my laptop, I think, and just being like, I can't believe this is real. I am watching footage from a new Star Wars Episode 7. Like, it's a time that can never be replicated. The hype, the unity, the positivity, the communal element, everybody was all in. And I think we all sort of yearn and long for that again. So hopefully we get somewhere close to that. But it's just one of those moments in the history of this franchise that will go down as one of the most epic years/times in history.
I agree. I've always talked about the Celebration one, so I won't talk about that one specifically. Like the trailer showing there was just an incredible moment that was like core memory for me. I would say the other core memory was in the theater when I saw it for the first time, and it was a packed theater. Every seat was filled. And I was sitting there and the lightsaber flew through the air and I'm sitting there going, oh, it's Luke Skywalker. Oh, here comes Luke. And Rey grabs it. And there's the big swell of her music, the moment of the Force theme, like the big push on her. I had tears in my eyes. I was like, oh my God, a woman is holding this lightsaber, strong with the Force. She's going to be a Jedi. This is the moment that when I was little, I would have lost my mind at this on screen. And it was happening in real time. And I just am so proud that and happy that I live in a time where my daughter can grow up and see a hero that looks like her, that is strong, independent, can handle her own, which we had Leia. Don't get me wrong. Carrie Fisher and Leia are like the epitome of that. But to see her be the hero with the lightsaber and everything and kind of people turn to her was such a big moment. And that battle was incredible, the snow battle. But let's see what you guys said. So up first is Haas Islam at Haas_Islam. What up, Haas? He says, we went to see it for the first time. Our daughter needed to go to the bathroom and she missed the scene with Kylo Han reveal. So we had to fill her in when she returned. We went a week later to see it a second time and she had to go at the exact same time again and missed it a second time. Oh, that's funny. Next is Dominic at Kenobi_Dami. What up, Dominic? He said, I skipped school to watch TFA with my father on opening day, and then I skipped school again on a couple months later to buy the TFA Blu-ray and immediately watched it at home. And then he put the like sweat drop face. Such a wonderful time. I love that so far. The first two answers have something to do with family.
And then
Like,
Dominic's like, and later this year, I'm gonna finish my diploma.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just saying. He's like, I skipped school then. I skipped school then.
Oh, he just keeps skipping.
Yeah, he just dropped out of school for Star Wars. Good job, Dominic.
Next is Jaunt Lewis at Jaunt Lewis. What up? Way to get your handle. Says, I was so thrilled with the opening night screening. What? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Well, I assume his name is John T. Lewis and not Jaunt Lewis.
Well, that's what it says. John T. Lewis. It's not like he has it spaced out. He has one long space. So I read it as one long space, guy.
All right, my apologies to all the Jaunts out there.
He might be a John. Who knows? This is like old school Lacey right now, just like messing up people's names. I was so thrilled with the opening night screening that I took an extended lunch break at work the next day and went and watched it again on the company dime. And he put the sweat drop. TFI will always hold a special place in my heart. I love that. I love people who are like, yeah, I just skipping school, skipping work, didn't matter. Star Wars is more important.
Way to get your handle, man.
Yeah, Jedi Knight CJ at Jedi Knight CJ. Way to also get your handle, Jedi Knight. Said TFA will always have a special place in my heart. My grandma had passed away a few days after opening weekend, and TFA became a comfort movie I would go to see when I felt overwhelmed or needed a distraction. That's beautiful.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's really beautiful. And honestly, it is my comfort Star Wars watch. It is the one I turn on. I know the lines the most in that movie, all the little bits and jokes and just like moments that you don't notice unless you've watched it thousands of times, like little like noises or things in the background. It is my comfort watch. So I'm right there with you, Jedi Knight CJ. Next is Sean Santarude at Rude Cold. What up, Sean? He said, I don't think I've ever been more excited for a film in my life than for The Force Awakens. Return of the Jedi was my favorite film as a child, and when the prequels didn't massively pull me back into Star Wars as a teen, TFA certainly did as an adult. # Resistance Transmissions. Sean, same. The prequels definitely didn't pull me in the way that I grew up on the original trilogy. And the prequels didn't pull me in. And then TFA was like my own Force Awakening, I guess. Like I was like hot back in it. John, did you have a similar reaction to it, or were you pretty into the prequels?
I was into the prequels. I mean, I had my issues with them, but I was there opening day. I was camping out for tickets. I was an animal.
I think it might have been that I was a little young, to be honest, because it seemed like more kind of serious government talk and like serious battles and whatnot that, I don't know. For me, the original trilogy, growing up on that, like there were just more moments that I felt connected with.
You don't need to defend yourself. I'm with you.
No, I'm just talking through it. Anyway, Rick Villanueva. What up, Rick? How's it going, man?
Yo.
Long time no see. At cadsbanebounty.bskay.social. Rick said, this was... Oh, by the way, Rick, thanks for pointing out that manga to us about Resistance.
Yes, we're canon. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, I have that here. Where is it? Right here. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. He said, this was my kiddo's first Star Wars movie on the big screen. The absolute look of fascination just reading the crawl is a moment I'll never forget. Proud papa moment. Oh, that's beautiful.
Right on, man.
I really want to have that moment with my daughter. She's seen bits and pieces and things have been spoiled to her. We've talked about that before. But I can't wait for when she has the attention span to like sit down and watch one with me. Laura at Old Millennial, feel that one. Laura.bsky.social.
Sing it, sister.
What up, Laura? She said, my brother, husband, and I went to the mall to buy tickets for a showing for the following day. When we saw plenty of seats for a showing that evening, a couple hours later, we bought those tickets instead. We loaded up on snacks and candy and watched it together, the three of us. It was beautiful. That is beautiful. That's so
The simplicity
awesome.
of that. That's awesome, Laura.
I just feel like people have lost, like Laura, people have lost that, the ability to just sit and just be and watch a movie and like put your phone away and just like enjoy company of others while watching a really good story in another galaxy far, far away.
Unless you are watching Avatar tonight, and you should be watching TRB on your phone.
You have it on mute, of course. And last but not least is Mars of the Stars at polycount2084.bsky.social. Mars, I hate to tell you, this is probably one of the worst you didn't get your handle. Mars said, Kylo doing the saber spin is serotonin. Ooh, yes. Yes, I love watching the behind the scenes clips of that when they're shooting all the fight scenes and Adam's just like hyping himself up, because that was one of the things like he would do is like get them all. He'd be like, ah, and Daisy has said like he was really scary in that scene. So I think John Boyega said the same thing. They were like, Adam was like super intense.
I feel like TFA in general is just serotonin, if we're being honest.
It's so good. The soundtrack, Rey's theme is one of the best Star Wars themes ever. It's still my ringtone to this day.
And don't you like when you watch TFA, doesn't it take you right back to that time? Like that,
feel it.
More than Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, I love them both. More than Solo because of what happened with it in the box office and stuff, and more than Rogue One. TFA, when I put that movie on, I am transported back to 2015 with all of those feelings. It's just it's something.
Yeah, the hype of like the toys. Like I remember I found a Stormtrooper, one of the new ones at Walmart, like a week before. Somehow it made its way out, and they let me buy it.
They
and
tried to get you not to sell it back or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good. But anyway. Thank you guys so much for sharing those moments with us, because you really don't have to. And we really appreciate it, because we love sharing that stuff with others to show everybody like we all feel this. We all love Star Wars, and these kinds of things remind people that it's more than just like, hey, likes, views, like, oh, what merch can I get? It's like, no, it's people. Star Wars is about family, as Carrie Fisher said.
They're just people.
Yeah. I do want to mention as well, we had put in to the thumbnail as well as on social media about this episode that we're going to do unboxings. As you can see, we've run out of time. So we're also going to push an unboxing to the episode in January. When we kick off the new year, we'll do an unboxing, and maybe we'll do those more often if I have tons of stuff.
Unbox this Netflix ball again. Look, it's 11 in her little swimsuit. That's your unboxing, folks. Thank you.
So we have one more super chat, so I'll read that really quick before we head out and go to our holiday party with you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes. And we might need a couple just to reset, but all right. Last but not least, Frank Grande. What up, man? Frank Grande 5176. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thanks for another amazing year of TRB. You two are the best. One day I will make it to a Zoom call. Unfortunately, not this day, but please know that you will always bring joy to me every week, and I'm grateful for all you do. We're grateful for you. Thank you so much.
Frank.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. And in the new year, we're going to do more of these kind of Zoom meetups, because we've had a lot of requests for them again to like do hangouts more than anything else. So we'll probably do these more often, and we'll try to pick days that work for everybody. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, everybody. And thanks to everybody for listening or watching or however you took in this episode. We hope you had a good time. We talked about a lot of Star Wars. We talked about a lot of memories, a lot of good feelings. And we hope you enjoyed the show. Like we said before, make sure you're subscribed to TRB on your favorite podcast apps, but also our other podcast, Nerdy and Nice. We'll be with you on Monday. We have a billion trailers to talk about. Stranger Things, Volume 2 coming out. We're going to talk about that. And Avatar making $1 gazillion. So check out Nerdy and Nice too. That's on its own feed. Thanks to everybody who helped that show grow too. And we'll talk more about that on Nerdy and Nice on Monday. But we're about to head over to Patreon for the TRB holiday party. So Lacey, real quick, where can people find you on social media?
Not to throw off your whole thing, but once again, if you want to enter the contest, you can start tomorrow, aka Friday the 19th at noon, and it goes until Monday at noon.
Noonies.
Answer the question, Yeah, answer the question from the show, scroll back and watch the show, answer the question, email it to resistancebroadcast@gmail.com, and we will randomly select a winner based on the correct answers. Also, congratulations, Heimer, again on winning. Send us an email, resistancebroadcast@gmail.com. People can find me on social media at Lacey Gillerin, at It's Lacey Gillerin, of course, on Nerdy and Nice. Thank you again for an amazing year. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are having a great time with your family and friends. And please share if you get cool stuff and tag us. I love when people share what cool Star Wars stuff they get. I want to see it.
Oh yeah.
Or your ornaments. I love ornaments, guys. Obsessed. Thank you so much.
Johnny Hoey on Blue Sky for me is the best spot. Just like the movies, Nerdy and Nice with this one over here on Mondays. And I'm about to party a little bit right now in a few minutes. So thank you again to everybody. Obviously, our last episode of the year. We'll be back with you right after the holidays. We got Nerdy and Nice on Monday also. So thank you for an incredible 2025. And 2026 is looking good already. So we'll see you next time right here on TRB. See you around, kids.